You ever had a boss that wasn't really a leader? They just wanted you to shut up, follow orders, and not ask questions. If you let somebody like that lead you, it'll keep you stuck for the rest of your life. I remember working one of those jobs. It was hot as hell, like literally damn near 100 degrees outside. I told my manager, yo, these big trucks don't have no AC. Those smaller ones right there, we can use those. They'll get the job done. But you know what he said? Because you're DOT certified, you have to drive the big one, the 26-footer. If you don't like it, you can go home. I handed him the keys and walked out. Not because I was lazy, but because that isn't leadership. That's someone with a title and not a vision. I heard John Maxwell say, he who thinks he leads but has no followers is taking a walk. That really stuck with me. Because a lot of people in positions of power, in jobs, in the streets, even in relationships, they're just taking a walk. That isn't leadership. And if you follow somebody like that, you're not just wasting time, you're wasting your life. And here's the real danger of following false leadership. It doesn't just drain your energy at work, it drains your energy in life in general. You come home with nothing left. Instead of working on your goals, your family, your peace, you're trying to take off the edge. Netflix, scrolling, drinking, whatever your thing is. And next thing you know, 10 years go by and you don't even know what happened. That's why I live by what I call the elite rules of engagement. It's how I stop letting false leaders or the system trick me out of my spot. Yeah, and it's actually pretty simple. It's 3 simple rules. And the first one is to define. You have to decide exactly who you are. Not who you used to be. Not who the system and society told you who you are. But you have to define, redefine, in fact, who you actually are. One is a direction, right? You have to have a direction. Because if you don't have a direction for yourself, the society has one for you. And 9 times out of 10, it isn't good, right? You're going to have your own direction, or you're going to fall into the direction that someone else has for you, right? A false leader, to be exact. And that's one of the main things, just knowing exactly where you're going and having faith and belief that you're going to get to where you want to go. So being consistent, keeping that top of mind, whatever that direction is. Because if you don't have a direction, you're going to end up lost or fall into the trap of where someone else actually wants you to go into their plan, right? Third and final one is just having discipline. You have to have discipline in the direction that you choose. You have to be disciplined in who you decided who you are, who you define yourself as within your identity. You have to have discipline within those things. Because if you don't have discipline, then you're not going to do the thing. But that steady discipline and those steady reps, over time, that repetition helps you get better. That repetition helps you reinforce who you define yourself as. And a lot of times, man, I always say, we know what we need to do. We even know how to do it. But most people don't have the discipline to continue to do it. And what I found is the people who win in the end are the ones who just endured for the longest period of time. So stay disciplined. Listen, don't take this as I'm saying having a job is a bad thing. That's not what I'm saying. But if you're following a false leader, if you don't have direction for yourself, then that's where you end up in trouble. So if you never have a direction for yourself, like I said, you're just letting the system control who you are, and you'll never figure out who you want to become. So like I said, having a job isn't a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. It can help you in so many other ways, right? But you have to have a direction for where you want to end up in the end, right? So stick to your rules of engagement. Stick to those 3 rules that I just gave you. Define who you are, have a direction, and have a discipline to continue on the path that you chose for yourself. Drop a comment right quick What's the worst false leader you ever had to deal with? And how did you overcome it? Or are you still dealing with it? Make sure you subscribe, because every week I'm exposing the program, exposing the system, and giving us tools to overcome it. Stay true.